There is a saying apparently. There's no such thing as bad weather, just the wrong clothing. Very easy to become a fair weather photographer. It's something I'm guilty of, I must admit. Only going out when there's a glorious sunset or sunrise, or waiting for those sort of blue skies and puffy clouds. But I thought I'd challenge myself today. I'm down here in not so sunny Devon. I've come out, the rain's eased off for a bit, but I don't think it'll be long before it starts again. It's a very sort of gloomy day, and as you can see behind me, the river levels are crazy. We're in the sort of tail end of a storm at the moment down here in Devon. So yeah, I thought I'd come and sort of test myself and see if I can get some decent pictures in these conditions. So let's go and find something. Here's a shot. Quite a nice sort of shape going up through the woods here. It's quite dark, so it's going to be quite a long exposure, but yeah, I'm going to come back to this in a minute. There's two must-have accessories for woodland landscape photography, especially even in these conditions. First one is a polarizer. Now watch this. Attach the polarizer, twist it around, and hey presto. See the difference in the colour? The saturation's improved. Glare from the water and the leaves is gone. Simple. My other must-have is a bag cover, a waterproof cover. This Lowepro bag has got a cover underneath, which basically you pull out, pull it around. I see at the moment it's not raining, it's stopped for a bit, so release the straps off. Yeah, that covers the entire bag then. And makes it nice and watertight. Believe it or not, there used to be a little waterfall just over my shoulder here, but today it's gone. It's been swamped, so I'm going to have to look for another composition, I think. Well, I found a composition just over here. Great little group of trees and the river running around the bottom of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I can see the potential. This is quite a difficult shot. It's two things really. One is this tree here on my left hand side, because it's kind of leaning across and all the other trees are straight, so I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. It's quite difficult to kind of crop in and get the shot. The other problem as well is you can see in the top of the frame it's quite bright compared to the bottom, so I'm going to have to use a grab filter as well, I think. No, this is too busy. I've got a 17 to 40 on at the moment, and that's too wide, so I think I'll need to zoom in a bit more. As I zoom in, I can crop this bit here out, which is a bit distracting. So the edge of my frame, I'm going to get from there to there. That's quite a nice shot. But as you can see, I've got this bright patch in the background there. I'm struggling with the grad because it's cutting through the trees. So I've given up on the grad, and I'm going to have to shoot a couple of different exposures to combat the exposure difference in the background and the foreground, and then merge them later on in Photoshop, I think. Right, so my first exposure, I'm exposing for down here. So I'm watching this histogram. It's the midpoint of the histogram. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. But you can see the flashing in the background there. That's overexposed the top of the shot. So if I go back into my live view, I'm going to adjust my exposure. That was 15 seconds exposure then, quite long. So I'm going to bring the exposure down now, and I'm watching this spike on the right hand side. There we go, it's nice and flattened out now, and you can see the detail in the background. Take another shot. Shorter exposure. There you go. So if I pull up the histogram, this part here is the background. If I flip back to the other picture, that's for the foreground. So I've got my two shots that I can blend together then. Yeah, so this is quite challenging so far. I mean, one godsend is the rain stopped for a bit, but I don't think it's far off. But it is quite windy. I'm having a job here to sort of get the exposure right on this one, but I'll hopefully this will work out. I'm going to try the same shot with a longer lens, standing a few more meters back, and see if that makes a difference on the composition. Yeah, I'm not sure about this shot yet. Let's see if it'll work. Got my creative juices flowing now. I've got a handful of leaves here, so I'm going to throw these in the river a little bit further up, and as they come down through this stream, the long exposure will pick up the pattern of the leaves, and what I'm hoping is they'll trail around the corner. So I'm going to chuck these in. I'm looking for like a tree stump now, just to photograph with these bubbles. I don't know if you can see the bubbles in the background there, swirling around the tree base. The idea is to get an exposure long enough, normally a couple of seconds does it, about 3 or 4 seconds, just swirling around the bottom of the tree. Well, I found the spot. These two trees here I've cropped in nice and tight on the bottom of the trees, removing water in the background. Again, it's another dual exposure, but I think this is gonna work. Right, here we go. ISO 100, f16, and 10 seconds. So this is just a test exposure, really, just to see how this comes out. The plan is to do a second shot for the background to keep that within range of the exposure, and then to chuck some leaves around the bottom of the trees. So there we go. That's the main shot, nice and simple. So I'm going to throw some leaves in and try that again in a minute. See if that works. Well, I think that's worked. Let me know what you think. It's a bit of a challenge, but yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. Just back to processing it and see if it comes out okay. I'm going to take a walk back up to those steps now, do a couple of shots up there. The rain's just starting to come in again now, so I'll see you up there. The rain's here. I hope you've enjoyed my little woodland walk. Don't forget to subscribe over here and click the notification bell. I'm going to be off to Venice in a few weeks, so I'm going to do a few vlogs over there. So if you want to sort of catch up on those, don't forget to subscribe, and they'll pop up when I release the videos. I'm going to head on back in a bit, hopefully in the dry. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
I took the long road home, past the trees and the jackrabbits and the weeds. I took the long road home just to see what I could see.